My Reliv journey started in 2006. I went to a hotel meeting which my wife told me to go to because she had got really good results on the products up at Heathrow, and I went there and I saw this information for the very first time. I met one gentleman and got introduced to another one which literally changed my life. One man for what he started 26 years ago and the other for what he started over 8 years ago. Meet Bob Montgomery, the CEO of Reliv International, a man with great integrity and a lot of vision. Also meet Eric Ville, the European Managing Director for Reliv International, a great people person and a man with great vision as well. You see, when I first came into this industry, I heard all of the excuses and opinions of other people. You know, those opinions, oh, it's one of those pyramids, isn't it? Or another opinion that they had was, oh, these things, they only work if you're in the USA. Or another opinion people had was, oh, the products have been around for a while, so isn't the market saturated? I heard excuse after excuse after excuse of people who couldn't be bothered to do their due diligence and research and stayed in ignorance and not change their situation. You see, opinions are a little bit like armpits. Everybody has got armpits, but in fact, some of these armpits do smell. And so again, I was not going to take the opinions of others to stop me from doing what I needed to do. I had to ask myself the question, were those people giving me their opinions going to pay my bills? In fact, were these people going to make sure that every single one of my 4 children were looked after, taken care of, and also all of their schooling paid for? Were they going to do that? It was a resounding no. They were not going to do that. So I did not listen to them. I started my business 7 years ago, and 7 years down the line, this is what has happened to me. I am now one of the international trainers with the company. And you know, from the very first check that I got, from all the international travel that I've been to, places like Hawaii, Monte Carlo, Mexico, the Canadian Rocky Mountains, Paris, Germany, Austria, just to name a few places like that, my enthusiasm and my passion has never lessened. And you know why? Simple. Because of the results that people are getting on these products. You see, I can get very passionate about playing a part in somebody's life, helping them to get better health, and at the same time generating an income for myself. And I've either directly or I have indirectly helped thousands of people from different social backgrounds, different religions, different economic statements, different educational levels to make better health and better finances for themselves all around the world. I've helped thousands, and this is why I'm very passionate about what I do. So now check this out and see this for yourself.
I'm a full-time mom and a part-time librarian, and I have juvenile diabetes, also known as type 1 diabetes.
I live in Paris, France. In 2009 I got very sick. I was covered with psoriasis and eczema, and in October I was diagnosed with a brain condition called vasculitis. It's an inflammation of the blood vessel. I was deaf from the right ear, I developed tinnitus, and I had a severe headaches.
I was tired all the time. I was taking supplements because I had digestive issues, I had an immune system that wasn't working properly, and I used an air purifier all the time.
Before Reliv, I'd been sick for 27 years. Started with a compromised immune system that progressed into autoimmune disorders. And so when I started on Reliv, I couldn't walk without help. I couldn't talk. properly. My hair was falling out. I was having heart palpitations, had no feeling in my hands or down my right side, and everything I did hurt. It felt like muscle tearing from the bone.
I spent 20 years in the Air Force. I was a helicopter flight mechanic, and during that time I made 2 trips to Vietnam, and I brought back Agent Orange cluster headaches. They were diagnosed by the VA, and they gave me pills and told me to go away, and I'd done that for 30 years.
My diabetes was very poorly controlled, so I was on an insulin pump, which is basically a device that goes into my stomach via Canada. I have tried many remedies, as I also suffer from underactive thyroid and a couple of other health problems. I've tried Chinese herbs, acupuncture, but never actually found any ease. About 6 months ago, a friend of mine introduced me to Reliv, and within 2 days of taking the product, I noticed a significant change in my blood sugars. They had stabilized, and a week later, the fatigue issues that I would struggle with wavered, and they were gone. That encouraged us to join the business, as we were over the moon with my health results. So for me, I will always be grateful to Reliv, as it's given me a new lease of life.
I was taking all kind of medication, antidepressant, sleeping pills, anti-inflammatories. I was not doing well. The doctors didn't know what to do with me. I started on this nutrition, and in February 2010, it was very progressive, but today I got my health back. My skin is 98% symptom-free of psoriasis and eczema. I got my hearing back on my right ear. I don't have any more headaches. I feel great. So
within 3 months on these products, I had help with headaches. I had help with the digestive issues. I didn't need the air purifier anymore. Haven't used it in 8 years. I have 4 children today. Had one 6 months ago. And you could not take these products away.
The doctor said there was nothing they could do for me, and that I'd be in a wheelchair by the time I was 45 to 50 and bedridden at some point. I started on Reliv. I had no hope to ever have a quality of life again, and in 3 months I was pain-free for the first time in 17 years. I had no memory of what it felt like to have a pain-free day, and I was healthier than I'd been in 27 years. And I even lost 40 pounds with the help of Simplicity. So I love my Reliv shakes, and I could never be without them.
9.5 years ago, Reliv came into our lives. So I said, okay, lady, I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to give you 4 months and try what I want to do. So in that first 4 months, I did have 4 more headaches, but they weren't as bad as they were for 30 years. Now I've been on the products 9.5 years, and I ain't had a headache in like 8.5 years. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, now that you've seen that short clip, if you're interested and you want to know more and see how I can potentially help you as a mentor, as somebody that's going to come alongside you and walk you down this journey, go to jasongregory.biz/the2%-mindset, fill in the form, and you'll get taken to a full presentation where I will personally break everything down for you. So look at the information and let's speak directly afterwards.